Good morning, room 25. Boy, I really missed seeing you guys last week. I hope you had a fabulous spring break and that you were able to get away from the computer and just do some fun things with your family. So I'm glad we're back together again. We will have a class meeting today at 10:30. So I will put the link on Google Classroom at 10:20 because the idea is not to get on at 10 o'clock and talk with everybody. It really needs to be a meeting with a teacher there. So I will give you the link at 10:20 and you can get on for our 10:30 meeting. And we'll talk about what you need for that when I show you the learning plan. We have our daily quote today, which is life can get a little bumpy, but stay on course and fly high. You've got this. So now that we know that we're going to have distant learning from now until the end of the year, you definitely need to be self-motivated to keep yourself staying on course and flying high. Um, we now, as you know, will have instruction Tuesday through Friday. So Mondays will be my day to meet with our GATE team and the fourth grade teachers to make sure that we are giving you the best instruction that we can for the rest of the week. And then also for us to get all the meetings done because we can't see each other in person. So we have to do everything online via our computer, and that takes a lot of time. So that's what Mondays are going to be for me. And Mondays are actually going to be your catch up day to get anything done that you haven't finished the previous week. So let's go to the learning plan, which will again be posted in Google Classroom at 8:30 every day, and it's the same format, but it's just a little bit different. So now we want you to really be focusing on math and language arts for the next weeks until May 29th, our last day of instruction. So we have daily must-do things that you really need to work on first, and then may do's, which is at the bottom of our learning plan. So it says here, make sure you watch Mrs. King's video, which is this right here. And I'll put the video link in there, but you're watching it, so you must have the link. Today, circle time is a must do. So we are actually having a fourth grade flip grid, so you can see other responses from students in the other fourth grade classes. And today we want you to share one thing you that made you laugh over spring break, and also respond. So I'm going to actually highlight this and bold it. Respond to one person in each class, and kind of just say, hey, I had the same experience, or wow, that was a really funny memory that you shared. And make sure your response is empathetic and positive for that person, not just silly. Give them some good feedback or maybe a similar thing that happened to you over spring break. You can watch the teachers' videos because we did our own Flipgrid for that. Check-in, this is new. It's going to be on Google Classroom, and you'll fill out the check-in form for me just to find out how you're doing. So I'm going to go to Google Classroom so you can see how Google Classroom is laid out now. I changed it up so it's not really by topic, it is by day. So you'll see at the top, we have Thursday, April 16th today, and the first thing you need to do is circle time, and there's the Flipgrid link right there. So you'll just click on that and do your response, okay? Then the check-in form, it's a Google form similar to the punctuation things that we did before break. And when you open it up, it's just going to be some things on how you feeling today and do you need help with things. So you're going to submit that to me so I kind of know what's going on in your life. And then also, if we keep going down here, our class meeting is today at 10:30. For that meeting, you need to be prepared to show us the book you are reading right now. I would like to know what independent reading book you are reading at home. And then also bring a piece of paper because we're going to look at April calendar observations, and we're going to do an ST mystery. And so we're going to bring that back from what we were doing in class before we went into distant learning. Math. If you have some things to do for math, you're going to watch this area and perimeter story problem video that I did on a new platform called Cami, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And you're going to complete your student book pages, just problems 2 and 3, in the link in Google Classroom. So let me show you that. This is a new program called Cami. So for the math lesson here, you're going to open up area and perimeter. Now you'll notice here it says open with Cami. Everybody should have on their Google account this little circle with a K in it. That stands for Cami, and that's the icon for the program we're going to use for PDFs. What you see up here is my work in the video that you'll watch. You open up with Cami, and then you can actually write on this PDF on your student book pages, so then I can see your work instead of you just doing it home on paper and me never seeing it. So if I show you here, when I go in, you're going to see my work at the top, and you're going to do problems 2 and 3. On the video, I show you how to use the text box, how to make text boxes, and how to show your work like I did. Okay, but the important part is you have to open the document up in Cami first. Okay, and then you can go back to Google Classroom and you can turn in your work just like you normally turn in your work for Google Classroom. Once you're done with it, you turn it in, okay? And that you basically have to do like a document, you would turn it in, okay? And I can help you with that. If we need to talk about that at the class meeting, I can help you with that. Same with problem of the month. It's in Google Classroom as well under that Cami platform. So you can look at problem of the month right here, fractured numbers. You open up with Cami and you can write right on that, right on the page that has problem of the month. And you can use the drawing tools and show your work that way. So we had looked at Jamboard before break, but this format actually is easier with a PDF when you're using an actual something from a book. So that's the problem of the month. And then we have one more thing for math, which is number corner. So we're going to look at the calendar today in our class meeting, and I have a page for you to do from your number corner book in the same format for Cami. So 3 things for math, and then of course, go back to our daily plan. We have SD Math. So make sure you're still working on SD Math when you can. Language arts for benchmark. Mr. Miller has a video that we want you to watch first on how to annotate some things in your benchmark text. And he has actually put the benchmark text in language arts, so you don't even have to go into benchmark. You're going to do the language arts portion right there on Cami. Number 2 for language arts is a reading link. Today I just want you to read about Tall Tales and Casey Jones and Pecos Bill, I believe, because we're going to be doing a little activity with Tall Tales, like a project activity. So I just want you to read about what a tall tale is, and it's right here for you. You don't have to go into benchmark. It should show up in a minute, hopefully, on the link. Okay, so it has Tall Tales, and then the second page is Pecos Bill, and it's with the video. It's taking a long time to load, but for you, it should load pretty quickly. So go ahead and read those, and as you're reading, I just want you to take notes on what is a tall tale and what is onomatopoeia is. Onomatopoeia. Um, Hard to pronounce, and I want you to know what that is, and we'll use that later. Writing, there's a writing prompt also in Google Classroom, and this is a 2-day activity, so you'll have tomorrow to do it as well. It's kind of fun. We're going to open with Cami again. It's going to show you a picture at the top and then give you a prompt of things to write about. So it's taking a long time on my computer. It should go pretty quick. I think it's because of the Screencastify video. And you can just tap on the text box and you'll be able to write. So it's kind of fun. Should dogs be allowed to fly at space? And you're going to type in your answers right here, or your thoughts. What I'm looking for on this is some descriptive adjectives, making sure you're using capitalization, punctuation, and complete sentences. I talked to Mrs. Johnson on what she would like you to be ready for 5th grade, and she said she really wants you to be able to write a good paragraph with punctuation and capitalization. So we're going to be working on that. So I'm going to go back into here because for some reason Google Classroom. There we go. Um, and then independent reading, I still want you to keep reading your independent book. And then here are your may do options. You can keep working on your arcade game, share it in the Flipgrid when you're finished. There's really no due date on that. You can share it when you're ready. Challenge math sheet, if you want some more math, there's a link here to the sheet that we've done, and it's in Kami as well. Um, Journal writing, I put in here a journal on just what might be happening in your life right now with COVID 19. So you can do that on your own to kind of document some things that are happening. Mystery science, there's a link here for a video. It's kind of cool on how do flowers bloom in the spring. If you want to do the Lego challenge, show us your ideas on the STEM science Flipgrid. So that was a lot for today, but actually the amount of work should take you about 2 hours. If it's taking you longer than 2 hours, you need to let me know, okay? But the work for math and language arts should take you about 2 hours. The may do options are clearly optional, okay? The language arts and the math is what I want you to focus on first. And I will see you today at 10:30 a.m. and make sure you bring your book for reading and a piece of paper and pencil. I should say piece of paper and pencil. I'll put that on there. Okay, have a great day and I'll see you at 10:30.